Good morning students. Today we will discuss the second unit, lakes. How the lakes are originate and what are the classification of lakes. What are the important or silent features of this second unit. Here our topic is origination of lakes. Right, origin and classification of lakes. Classification of lakes. Right, this is about the unit 2. Unit 2, the topic is origin and classification of lakes. Right, first of all we do some introduction about these lakes. Okay, how we defined the lake. Last class we already discussed some part about this lake. A quick recapitulations now this class. Okay ma, that is lakes are defined as a large water body and a wide depth. Okay ma, large water containing bodies and have a long period of time they are present on the earth and have some width. Okay, this is, and they are continually filled with the either rainwater, they are completely depend with the nature. That's why this is known simply as lakes. Lakes, right ma? Lakes are simply defined as a large body of naturally occurring of water which are collected in which are collected in the way of running of the waters, okay, and filled with these depressions. Those are known as lakes. Here the scientific study of lakes is known as limnology. Right ma? The scientific study of lakes are known as limnology. Scientific study of lakes known as limnology. Here the scientific study is nothing but where their origin and their physico-chemical characteristics. Physico-chemical characteristics. Right, and where they are having a depth, how they are origin, how they are classified, what of their life period, and if there is or presence or disappears. Okay, either they are exist or they completely disappears. Those characteristics are studied by the scientist is known as that limnology, a scientific study of lakes and their physico-chemical characteristics, and taking the studies is known as limnology. Right, and here the scientific study of inland water bodies also. Here we also give the another definition to that inland water, both either fresh water or marine water. Inland waters, inland water, those are both fresh and marine water. Fresh and marine waters. Right ma? A simple topic and neat going on this. Right, origin and classification of lakes. This is the important. Right, scientific study of lakes is known as limnology. What is the scientific study? How they are origin and how they maintained their physico-chemical characters. Okay, these are all characters are included, and finally we are give the term that is a limnology. And next here the scientific study with the inland water, and the inland water means here both freshwater and marine waters. Right ma? Here a simple differentiation between what is lake and what is reservoir. Lake and reservoir. Right, reservoir. Right, here lake is naturally formed. Lake is naturally formed on earth planet where reservoir is man-made reservoirs. These man-made water body which are capable of growing of fisheries, such type of is known as here laturine fisheries, right? Laturine fisheries which are able to grow on the man-made lakes. Those are nothing but here reservoirs. These reservoirs or these lakes only contain on the earth just 1.8 million hectares, but man-made reservoirs are occupy the land in many million hectares. That means it is approximately 75 to 80 million hectares of the area is covered by these reservoirs. When we are preserving or stored the rainwater and to digging of the land, making these reservoirs, right ma? And next one here the origin of lakes. This origin of lakes is okay. Origin means how they are formed. What is the birth of these lakes, right? Here the origin of lakes is endogenous, right ma? Endogenous geographical processes, they are originated. Endogenous geographical processes. Origin of lakes. Those endogenous geographical process, what are they? How they are performed to forming of these lakes? Here tectonism. One is the tectonism, volcanism and landslides. One by one here I write. Let us see here tectonism. This is a geographical procedure. And next one is volcanism, and third one is landslides, and fourth one is here that is glacier, where the glaciers are melted. Glacial procedures. Okay, here these four of the endogenous geographical procedures, how the lakes are origin, on the nature. Okay, here these rivers and the wind action, these complete lakes are completely depend on river water flows. Okay ma, river flow, and another one is wind flow, where the wind is flows their direction, wind flows direction, that's why the wind flow action. And next another one is that is some lakes are above the sea level, and some lakes are below the sea level. Why we mentioned here the sea level? The sea level, if it is increases, okay, the temperatures will be fall down. Where the sea below the sea level, this is in sea below the sea level, okay, here the temperatures are high, okay, the pressure is high, and the temperatures are high. Okay, that's why their climatic conditions will be chosen a various differentiations, right? This is the origin of lake by the endogenous geographical procedures, tectonism, volcanism, landslides and glacier procedures. Okay, the lakes are mostly dependent on the river flows, rainfalls and wind flow actions, and some lakes are above the sea level and some lakes are there below the sea levels, right ma? And next one here, the tide origins, types. Here tectonism, what we said here, the tectonism lakes, the origin of tectonism. And next tropical levels, and next one is mixing of the water, and so is there. First of all we are discussing about this origins, tectonism, tectonic lakes, how they are formed. Tectonic lakes, first one ma, the uplift of tectonic lakes are formed due to the tectonic uplifts of the mountain ranges, right? Tectonic lakes means here uplift of tectonic mountain ranges. For example, here roughly draw the simple diagram. These are the a plain area, okay ma, this is a flat area, what we say, a flat area. This flat area surrounded by suddenly surrounded by the tectonic, the flow here, the flat area is there ma, this flat area uplifts with the tectonic mountain ridges. That's why here the four sides of the lake is completely covered by the mountains, Now it is formed as a lake inside the water. After so many time, this is formed when it is completely filled with the rainwater. Now it is looks like a lake. Tectonic lakes are formed due to the uplift of tectonic mountain ranges, and further they after a long time they are completely filled with the rainwater, and then they can continue their flows, right? For example, here we give a tectonic lakes. The example is most important ma. Example of North American lake. Lake of North America is the best example of tectonic lakes. And second one is here, right ma? First one is tectonic lakes, and second one landslides. Landslides are subsidency lakes. How they? Here suddenly the land will be slides. Landslides are occurs. The subsidence, a groove, deep depression is formed on the lands. That's why here the depressions are slowly filled with the water, and they continue as a lake, right ma? Here the this land is suddenly go to the depressions, okay, and landslides suddenly go the depressions. This is the land surface, this land is completely go on this like depressions, this is completely filled with the water and form as a lake. Here inlet and outlet of water is flows. We give a best example of landslides lakes, that is example Sun Lake. Sun Lake of Washington. Sun Lake of Washington is the best example of these landslide lakes. And next one is salt lakes. another third one, that is salt lake. These salt lakes are formed due to the highly evaporation, and the water cannot have the nature of outlet. Okay. If, for example, I simply draw the diagram, the salt lakes are formed due to high evaporations of area, tropical areas, and they consist of a high amounts of salts. That's why here this is the surface, here the inlet water, and next there is no outlet of water is there. Here the formation simply write high evaporation is occurs. That's why the water level will be evaporated, and their water levels slowly decreases. That's why their salinity will be increases. That's why they will become as a salt lakes. We will give a best example of this salt lake, Dead Sea or Dead Lake, so and so. Okay, their salinity is high in that regions. And next the another one is Oxbow Lake. This Oxbow Lake, how it is formed? Okay, where the river is flows. Their movement is another to following as a meandering, right ma? If I draw a simple diagram to easily understand you people, this is left and this is right, left and right. Here the lake is starts, and their flowing movements is the left side, and where that coming of right, and here the left, and here the right, here the left, here the right. Such type of curves is known as meandering movements. These meandering movements of lake can gives, okay, here again I draw some this like this is completely forms and come here and forms again here and come here, right? And sometimes a lot of period of times it is go slow on this like manner. Here and here forms a Oxbow Lakes. This area, it is also known as horseshoe shape lakes. Oxbow, right ma? This is a Oxbow Lake formations. How it is forms? The movements, the flow movements, that is especially the arrangement movements of meandering movements of a river or a lake is formed the Oxbow type of lakes, right? This is a Oxbow. Here we give a best example of these Oxbow, Mississippi Lake. Is the best example of Oxbow Lake. And next one is Crater Lakes, right ma? Tectonic lakes where the uplift of the tectonic mountain ranges or uplifts and forms the lakes and landslides. Here sudden depressions of the landslides are formed the landslide lakes. We give Sun Lake is the best example which is present in the Washington. Here the tectonic lake is we give an example of Lake of North America, and next one is Salt Lake, that is Dead Sea or Dead Lakes. Okay, high evaporations, there is no outlet of water, that is why these regions is making the high salinity of water, and here the inorganic and organic compounds their percentage will be increases and forms the salt lakes. And next oxbow lakes, this means the river movements which are arranged in a meandering manner, left and right manners, and they are taken a periodical time and form as a oxbow lakes. We will give a best example to that Mississippi Lake. Oxbow Lake is, we give an example of Oxbow Lake, that is Mississippi Lakes. And next one is crater lakes. Fifth one is crater or volcanic lakes, right ma? Here the name indicates us volcanic. Volcanic means here this is a volcano, this goes some volcanoes eruption. Volcanoes eruption is occurs, that is why they are blowout, and the next formed as like this manner in the areas. Okay, this is a volcanoes eruption, volcano eruptions, right ma? And next form like this area, or sometimes we are drawing in a simple in manner, right? And this area is slowly filled with water, and it will become as a crater lake, right? This is an volcano eruptions when occurs, there is an volcanoes or can have a groove depressions and form and later filled with water, then it is formed as a crater lakes. These crater lakes, we give example of crater lakes, these are above the sea levels. Okay, and here give the example of crater lakes is Oregano, lakes of Oregano, lake of Oregano, right? And next one is the glacials or Kettle lakes, or glacials, Kettle or glacial lakes. Here how they are formed? Here the land which is covered by the ice caps. This is completely, this is a land. This land is covered by ice. When the temperatures are increases in our globes, okay, the temperature will be increases, the ice can starts to melt and form as a such a like of depressions. These are completely filled with the ice. When the ice is melted to form a lake, this is a lake, right? Glacial lakes, these are simply known as a glacial lakes. And another last type, that is Fjord lakes. Seventh type is FJORD, Fjord lakes. These Fjord lakes are simply formed, where the glacials and the crater-like structures and the movements and the surfaces, the complete, these glacials also is known as these Fjord lakes, which are resembles to that the Fjord lakes, right? This is about the origin of lakes. And next the classification of lakes. Okay, what are the origins? That means the endogenous geographical distributions. These are tectonism, volcanism, glacialism, so and so formations we are observed to how the formation of the lakes. Okay, tectonic lakes and the salt lakes, glacial lakes and volcano eruptions lakes, landslide subsidency lakes. Okay, and next the classification. Here simple classification, this is over, and next the simple classification based on the water movement or water circulation, and another one water circulation based on the water circulation, and another simple one is classification that is based on size, only large and small. Okay, classification of lakes based on the size we just categorized into two types, that is large and small lakes. But another type which is important to us, the simple classification based on the water circulation, where the movement, water current movements based on these water circulation, these are classified into, okay, that is amixis process. Okay ma, that is mixis, oligomixis, amixis, meromixis process is there. Amixis, which means the water currents and circulations, oligomixis, amixis, and next one is that monomixis, right. Oligomixis means here the water circulation only in winter or summer seasons. The water percolations, or the simply oligomixis means where based on the water circulations, here the winter or summers only the water can shows their movements in winter seasons. In winter seasons the upper surface of the water is completely make as a cube, or a what we say, it completely formed as an ice, and below the -4 degrees Celsius of temperature low organisms are found here. Their what we say here, the showing of the life is very little bit. Where the summer is starts, this ice cap is slowly melt and form the water, and here also the temperature is slightly increases. This is about the oligomixis. And another one is the water circulation. Amixis means the water is circulars. Amixis means water is flows on circular manners. For example, cyclones are formed in a large water bodies. This is known as cyclones. Circulations on the pond or on the lake, the water shows the movements as in a circular, and here the inlet and outlet of water process are present. And next one is monomixis. Here also mono, single, either it is in winter or in summer. And summer, you are both here the and here the or, winter or summer. sessions, the water can shows their circulations or movements. For example, in the winter seasons, these water bodies consist of -4 degrees Celsius, where the temperature will be increases. Here the submerged plants are go in number and the productivity will be increases. Here what are the water productivity? The enhancement of water, enhancement of or catchment, enhancement of catch of water is known as productivity. Okay, here the another classification is there, ma. Okay, later we will discuss that continue topics. Thank you.